You've sold your first screenplay, and then you have like 20 more?
I have about 20 scripts, yeah.
Okay.
About 8 to 10 that I think are ready to be sold or made or something like that. And then I've also written, been hired to write.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So of those 20, have you sold any more, or you've just been hired to write others that were more like spec?
Yeah, like I've been paid to write a script for people, so that's happened like 6 or 7 times. And then my personal scripts, other than options, which some people are like, well, that's a script sale, but I think of that differently. I think of an option as an option and a script sale as a script sale, because an option reverts back to you. You know, they're just paying for the time to try and get it made. So they might pay you $5,000 or $10,000 for a year or 2 years, and you can't really market that script or sell it anywhere. And then if they can't get anything going, then it comes back to you. So I consider that a little bit different. But if you sell your script, you've sold it. That's it. It's done.
So of these 20 scripts, how often do you look at them, and where do you keep them?
I still have hard copies of a lot of my scripts, like in some box somewhere in the back of my closet, and but I do have everything, or mostly everything, on. I even have some on like the square discs.
Oh wow,
yeah,
floppy
that
disk?
I need to get, floppy disk that I need to get like pulled off of there. I had someone do that because they wanted a script that they knew I had written, and I hadn't looked at that script in forever, and they were like, "Oh my God, but I need the other version." It's like, you mean the one that's on the floppy disk?
Right.
Do people still do you know someone who can get it off? And so he actually did know this guy. You know, there's always that guy.
There is, yeah.
Who has his little thing in the back of somewhere. And he was able to put the floppy in and transfer it, and get that script off. I was like, thank you. So, yeah. But they're all, online, or sometimes I email them to myself. A friend of mine said, you should always just email your script to yourself, so that it'll always be somewhere in cyberspace that you can just dig it up if you need it.
When you look at your scripts, is it ever painful? Not because of you were being critical, but you knew where you were at that time in your life, and you know what prompted you writing that?
Yes. There's definitely scripts that have some, I don't know if painful anymore is the right word, but definitely some kind of bittersweet emotion. Mm-hmm. There are people, like I definitely have characters that are named after people. Mm-hmm. And there are experiences that are in the script that are real in some of them. So I'll think about that, and I'll think about that time, and I'll think about who I was and all of that. So I'd say bittersweet, not necessarily painful, but definitely bittersweet. Yeah.
Right. Well, I know I've heard a lot of authors say that they've written about people they've known, and that once that book or movie came out, that those people never knew it was them because they never saw themselves like that.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think it was Anne Lamott was maybe one of the people I heard. There were other writers too that said they just don't recognize themselves.
That's interesting.
They don't see themselves.
Yeah, that would probably be true, I think, of any of my characters. I don't even recognize myself. And, my brother was saying, that's you. I didn't recognize that as myself, even. And I was writing it. And he was like, no, but this is the you character, right? Because I thought that there was a little bit of me infused in all the different characters at that time. And he was like, yeah, but this one's you. And I said,
wow.
Oh, right, it is me. He's like, that's why you can't be real about her.